So I got my friend Daryl here. He's a Ravens fan, just like I am, and I decided why not quiz him on things Ravens, basically about their history, some of their records and whatnot. These are multiple choice to make it easier for him because, unlike me, he's not a sports whiz. I mean, he can probably, talk about some stuff Ravens, but
I'm going to get 90% of these wrong.
I don't know. Like I
100%.
said. Here, well, I'll start it off easy then. This is the third question, but I'm going to give it to you first. I don't even know if you need the multiple choice for this one. How many Super Bowls have the Ravens won?
2.
Yes. There you go.
Well, baby can answer that.
That's what I was saying. That's just, see? So there's one. I'll check it off as right. Alright, so now the actual first question is, what is the Ravens' team record for points scored in a game? Is it A, 55, B, 59, or C, 48?
48.
No.
Damn.
It is 59. It was the 2019 season opener versus the Dolphins, which started Lamar Jackson's MVP season. Then we have, first of all, there's only been 2 Ravens in their history, quarterback-wise, that have thrown for 4,000 yards in a season. Vinny Testaverde in the first year, Joe Flacco in 2016. And in that 2016 season, Joe Flacco set the Ravens record for most passing yards in a season. How many passing yards did he have? Is it A, 4,317, B, 4,250, or C, 4,177?
C.
No, but you got Vinny Testaverde's total. He threw for 4,177. Flacco threw for 4,317, and he is the last Ravens quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards in a season, and was just the second Raven ever to do it. This is a true or false question. I think you know the answer to this one. True or false, the Ravens' first 2 draft picks in their history are both Hall of Famers.
True.
Yeah. Jonathan Ogden was picked 4th overall in 1996, and later in that round at 26 overall was Ray Lewis. And of course they were the Ravens' first 2 Hall of Famers, Ogden going in first and then Lewis second, and then Ed Reed joined them later. Now we have Justin Tucker. He is the current NFL record holder for career field goal percentage. What is his field goal percentage? Is it A, 91%, B, 90.5%, or C, 90.2%?
B.
Yes, it's 90.5%. He's not quite at 91, but maybe eventually he'll get there. I don't really see him ever getting under 90 in his career unless he tails off pretty badly. Okay, so now this one's an interesting one because we all know that the only 2 coaches to ever face each other in a game that were brothers were John and Jim Harbaugh. How many times did John Harbaugh beat his brother Jim head-to-head? Now there's an obvious one.
The Super Bowl, but I don't know any other ones. I'm just going to go with 3.
It was 2. The year before the Super Bowl on Thanksgiving night, they played each other, and John Harbaugh won that matchup.
I forgot about that.
So John Harbaugh was 2-0 against Jim, and of course won the big game in 2012.
I forgot about that, yeah.
Speaking of John Harbaugh, this is including the playoffs. John Harbaugh is the Ravens holder for wins as a head coach. He broke Brian Billick's old record of 85. So how many wins, including the playoffs, does John Harbaugh have? Is it A, 158, B, 147, or C, 175?
175.
It is 158. Now technically,
I thought it was 50.
if you would have said B, I would have gave you half a point because 147 is his regular season wins. This is regular and postseason. You add 11 postseason wins on, and he's got 158. So yeah, he's 147 and 95 in the regular season and 11 and 9 in the playoffs, including a Super Bowl champion coach. The Ravens have won 12 or more games 5 times in their team's history, and 2 of those years they won more than 12 games. So the question is, what is the Ravens' record for most regular season wins in a season? Is it A, 13, B, 12, or C, 14?
14.
Yeah, came in 2019. They went 14-2, won their last 12 regular season games, and, well, the playoffs, we don't like to talk about that playoff game too much. So as you mentioned earlier, the Ravens have won 2 Super Bowls. They've been to 2 Super Bowls, and in those Super Bowl games, they scored the exact same points as they did, from one Super Bowl to another. How many points did they score in both of those Super Bowls? Not combined, just the total from those games. Is it A, 31, B, 34, or C, 28?
31.
No, it's 34.
Damn.
They beat the Giants 34-7 in Super Bowl 35.
I knew it was 30-something.
And they beat the 49ers 34-31 in Super Bowl 47. Now, the Ravens have 3 other teams in their division, the Bengals, Steelers, and Browns. What team in the AFC North, the Ravens division, have they beaten the most? Is it the Browns, the Steelers, or the Bengals? No, that is the second most. It is the Browns.
Damn.
They're 35-14 against the Browns, 28-27 against the Bengals, and 25-33 against the Steelers. That includes regular and postseason. However, the Ravens and Browns have never played each other in the postseason. The Ravens aren't undefeated against any team in that and the NFL currently. They do only have one loss to two teams. Who are those two teams? Is it A, the Jets and Lions, B, the Texans and Jets, or C, the Lions and Cowboys? So which
Lions and Cowboys.
Yeah, they're both 5-1 against the Ravens. The Jets and the Texans, Ravens are 10-2 against the Texans and Jets. However, all four of those teams have in common, they've never beat the Ravens in Baltimore, though. So the 6 times the Ravens have lost to those teams have all been on the road. So now, speaking of playoffs, what team have the Ravens beaten the most in the playoffs? Is it A, the Tennessee Titans, B, the New England Patriots, C, the Miami Dolphins, or D, the Denver Broncos?
Ooh.
These are all teams they've played twice and beaten multiple times, but which one have they beaten the most?
I hope it's New England.
Close, but no.
It's
It
Broncos.
is the Tennessee Titans.
Really?
They played the Titans the most of any team. They played them 5 times and they're 3-2. And in all 5 of those games, the away team has won. So it's a weird one there. They are 2-2 against the Patriots, so they're very close. And then they played the Dolphins and Broncos twice in the playoffs and beat them both times as well. So yeah, you would have been very close with your other guesses as well. So now we're going to the team that the Ravens have beaten the least. There is 4 teams that they have less than 4 wins against. But which one have they beaten the least? Is it A, the Eagles, B, the Panthers, C, the Packers, or D, the Bears?
Bears.
No.
Damn.
They're 3-4 against the Bears. It is the Packers. We are only 2-5 against the Packers all time. Yeah, we're 3-2-1 against the Eagles. That's our only tie that we've ever had was in 1997. 3-4 against the Panthers and Bears, and as I said, 2-5 against the Green Bay Packers. That's the worst record and the least amount of wins we have against a team. All right, so the AFC North was formed in 2002 after the Houston Texans became the NFL's 32nd franchise. So because of that, the NFL needed to revamp the divisions, so they have 8 divisions with 4 teams in them. The Ravens are in the AFC North. So, since its inception in 2002, how many times have the Ravens won their division? Is it A, 5 times, B, 4 times, or C, 6 times?
4.
No, it's 6.
Oh.
They first won it in 2003, and then they did it again in 2006, and then they kind of had a period where they were just a wild card team all the time. They went back-to-back in 2011 and 2012, which was their Super Bowl year. And then in 2018 and 2019, Lamar Jackson's first 2 seasons, they won the AFC North.
Yeah, at least it's the bigger number.
But only one of those 6 times, the Ravens reached the Super Bowl. The other time they won the Super Bowl, they were a wild card team. Then the last question before we get to a bonus question, I forgot to mention that there is one bonus question. All right. The Ravens are entering year number 28. How many times have they made the playoffs in their franchise history? Is it A, 14, B, 12, or C, 13? Now keep in mind, we don't miss the playoffs often.
Right, so I gotta say 14.
Yeah.
That really only puts us at half.
14 in 27 years, that's more than half years. Well, you gotta think, our first 4 years we didn't make the playoffs, and even during our first Super Bowl year until like 2007, we weren't consistently like making the playoffs. It wasn't until Flacco and Harbaugh got here that we were consistently going, so most of that comes from those years, and these years we have at Lamar Jackson.
Right.
Now, the bonus question, this is about the Ravens' biggest comeback in their history. The Ravens don't really come back from humongous deficits all the time. Most teams don't. It's very hard to, especially once you start getting into the 20s and stuff like that. So, what is the Ravens' biggest comeback in their history? Is it A, 20 points, B, 19 points, or C, 21 points?
21.
Yes. They haven't. All these comebacks happened. The 21-pointer was in 2011 against the Cardinals. The Ravens trailed 24-3 and they won the game 30-27. The 20-point deficit happened in 2016. The Ravens trailed the Browns 20-0 at the end of the first quarter and won 25-20. And then the 19-point deficit actually happened twice. In 2006, the Ravens trailed the Titans 26-7 and won that one 27-26. And then just a couple years ago, Monday Night Football, Lamar Jackson's infamous 442-yard passing game, we were down 25-6 to the Colts, and we won 31-25 in overtime. So let's see, how many did you get right? Well, there's 2 there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 16 is not too bad for you. I mean, you thought you were going to get 0 to maybe 2 or something like that, but, you know.
Okay, one of those was too easy, though, so really it's only like 6.
I know, but I had to throw that one in there because I'm like, I got to give him an easy one to start, because if I go in with, like, other things, you definitely would have had a tough time. But the Super Bowl one, it's like, I mean, even I know that you know that we've won 2 of them. It's not hard to, like, yeah.
Hopefully one more this year.
Yeah, and you know, we're not like up there with the 49ers or Steelers or Patriots or Cowboys where it's like 5 or 6 and it's like, oh, you start to lose count. But we've also never lost in a Super Bowl yet, so, you know, eventually every team will get there, but hopefully we don't get there anytime soon. Hopefully I'm dead by the time we lose a Super Bowl.
That's fucking grasping at straws.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to see it, but who knows? Who knows at this point? So let me know in the comments below how you did, because I have a feeling you guys were playing along while you were listening. And that's basically it. I'll catch you during the football season.